Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. You know, I named my dogs Timex and Rolex. They're watchdogs. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at legendary Weapon X from Upper Deck. In Marvel Legendary Weapon X from Upper Deck, evil scientists are attempting to make super soldiers and superhumans through torturous mental conditioning and all sorts of kooky, nefarious schemes. Let's take a look. All right, so first of all, taking a look at some of the keywords here, you've got Berserk. Berserk was first introduced in the X-Men set a few years ago, and essentially what you do here is you can discard the top card of your deck, and any printed attack value you can then use for that turn. But be careful, because enemies also have Berserk. That also causes you to discard the top card of your deck and give them that attack value. And there's also Weapon X sequence. Essentially what happens here is you look at the printed cost of all of your cards, and you're looking for a sequence of numbers, 2, 3, 4, and however many numbers are in that sequence, that will give you that number of attack for that round. Now, your enemies too can get Weapon X sequence. If they get Weapon X sequence, you're essentially looking at the sequence of numbers within the costs of the cards in the HQ. You also have Enraging Wounds. You have 10 new wound cards, and these have some unique conditions and properties for healing when you have those in your hand. Let's take a look at the heroes. First of all, you've got Phantom X. Phantom X's most powerful card is Weapon 13. It is a 4 cost with a variable 1 attack. It's got Weapon X sequence, and it has a tech ability. You may KO one of your cards that has the same cost as any of your other cards. You've got Weapon H. Weapon H's most powerful card is Ultimate Killing Machine. It's a cost 8 card with a variable 4 attack. It has Weapon X sequence and a strength ability using the wound deck. It gives you Berserk, 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 putting those discarded wounds on the bottom of the wound deck. You've got Weapon X Wolverine. Weapon X Wolverine's most powerful card is Escape the Weapon X Lab. It is a cost 6 card with a variable 3 attack. It's got Weapon X sequence and an instinct ability. You may reveal cards from the wound deck until you reveal an engaging wound. Gain that engaging wound to put in your hand. Put the other revealed cards back on the bottom if you gain a wound this way. Berserk. You've got Marlowe. Marlowe's most powerful card is Metabolic Overdrive. It's a cost 7 card with a variable 3 attack. It's got Weapon X sequence. Reveal the top 6 cards of your deck, discard all the ones that cost 0, and put the rest back in any order. You've got 2 new villain groups here. You've got the Berserkers, and you've got Weapon Plus. You have 3 new masterminds here. First of all, you have Omega Red. You have Sabretooth. And you have Romulus. You've got 3 new schemes. You've got Go After Heroes' Loved Ones, Wipe Heroes' Memories, Condition Logan into Weapon X. We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review. And that is basically what you're getting with this Weapon X expansion to your Marvel Legendary game system. This one is interesting. I will say, first of all, you've got the Wolverine here, but many of these characters I was completely unfamiliar with. I mean, I knew Sabretooth, right? But many of the heroes you're playing with in this, you get the 4 heroes. I'm not that familiar with it. Of course, I'm not overly familiar with the comic books, so that explains it. But you've got the Berserk ability, which is an ability I really like a lot from the original X-Men set. I thought that was a really fun ability, and it works really well here too. It's fun to use, and it's kind of fun to see how the villains can play on that as well. And I also really like the sequence because again, it's just some fun little way where you're looking at the sequence of your cards, and every number in a sequence gives you, an ability, an attack, or in some cases, the recruit. So I thought those abilities here were pretty fun. I thought the schemes were pretty good here, if not particularly exceptional. I thought they were still pretty fun. And the masterminds, again, I thought they did some good stuff as well. I particularly liked Sabretooth. I liked his savagery, how whenever, you get the scheme twist and stuff and you get the savagery, and then he would get a berserk for every savagery he had. So that, again, makes berserk, plays into the berserk thing, which I thought was quite fun. And I like Romulus as well because he's got a thing that plays off the sequence. Essentially, you're trying to see if your sequence is better than his sequence, and if not, there's problems. I thought, again, it's good ways to incorporate the basic keywords into what the masterminds are doing here, and so I thought that was pretty cool. Overall, I thought this set was good, not great. It didn't blow me away. I'm always a big fan of seeing how the designers here are introducing new and interesting concepts. I think the real new thing here that I took away was the sequence. I thought that was cool. I don't think we've seen the sequence before. I don't remember it, and I thought that was pretty fun and interesting. But on the whole, where I wasn't as invested in some of the characters here, it didn't capture my imagination. If you're more into the comic books, maybe you would have liked this one better than I did. I enjoyed this set. I think it's fun. I always enjoy new Marvel Legendary sets. This one didn't, as I say, blow me away. It was fun. It was a good workhorse expansion, but certainly not in the top tier of expansions. On the Cody scale, I'm going to give this as a game expansion a 7 out of 10. It was fun. I liked it. Just not my favorite. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we'd ask you to please go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Please leave a comment for us here on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on X. We would really appreciate that. Please like us and engage with us on social media. We'd also ask you to please leave a thumb for this video on Board Game Geek as well. If you really do enjoy what you see here on this channel, I would humbly ask you to click on my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD. We talk about history, military history, books on history, fun things like that. I even post some of my lectures on up there. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to that channel as well. And if you really do like what we do here, I would humbly ask you to click on the Super Thanks button and leave a tip. How many MCU characters does it take to change a light bulb? Just one. But every few months, another one just comes along and changes the exact same light bulb. Please somebody help me on my feet again, and I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I'll be dying. Once a year I wind up in the band. God knows that I love to fight.
When you ask a good spice can, time to draw a card.